Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. I am doing another Tuesday tag video, and I'm actually recording this one on a Tuesday. I might wait until Thursday to upload because I normally upload on Thursdays, or I may just upload it tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so Tag Tuesday, Tracy over at Trials of a Long-Haired Girl. She always comes up with random questions for people to ask, and this week it is actually an entertainment random question. So that's pretty cool. And also real quick, I want to point out, because this back here has been bugging me, and I finally got a light switch cover. So if you guys get a little bit closer, yes, so it's no longer just a random hole in the wall. It is actually covered now, and it's actually a pretty cool dorky one. It's just I wish you could see it from this angle without me having to pick up the camera and put it over there. But anyway, so I will link Tracy down below in the description box. You can check her channel out. She does her weigh-in, she does the Tuesday tags. Sometimes she does some other stuff as well. Definitely check her out, and I will be tagging other people such as Sandy over at Let's Keep It With Sandy, because you know we will always tag each other. We pretty much have claimed that no one else tag us unless it's the start of the tag, like when Tracy tagged me. So I'm tagging her. I'll link her down below as well. And then I am going to tag Ange over at SmackVision. It's been a while since I've tagged her. So I'm just tagging 2 people. I don't like tagging a million people because then it gets harder for everybody to tag each other. So going with those 2 guys, or ladies. So anyway, so this tag, like I said, is an entertainment random question tag. The first one is international vacation or new TV. If the world was safe right now, I would say definitely international travel. I have a good TV. I would love a 4K TV. So if I was given the option right this second, I'd probably go with a TV, especially a 4K TV, because who knows when we're going to be allowed to go to another country. So depending on the state of the world, determines my answer. All right, number 2, crosswords or Sudoku. I'm horrible at both. I would definitely probably say crossword more, because words I'm a little bit better with than numbers. I'm horrible with numbers. They're not my friend. It's annoying. So crosswords. Number 3, museum or theater. That one's a little bit harder. I do like going to a good museum, but the one here in St. Louis, while we get new features, after a while, it kind of becomes the same thing over and over. So I would say theater, because typically it's new stuff. Even if it's the same play, it can be a different actor that can totally change the feel of the entire thing. So I would say theater. Assuming that means like Broadway type theater. We have the Fox Theater here in St. Louis. It's one of the oldest theaters, and there used to be a huge chain of them. Now I believe there's only a couple left, and we're lucky enough to have one, and I love going there. On the same topic, concert or Broadway play. This one's easy. Broadway play. I do like music. I'm not a huge music person. I do listen to music. There are some favorites. Like I said, I loved the few that I have seen in person. I did enjoy Britney Spears, of course, because I'm obsessed with her. I did enjoy Pink. I did enjoy Lady Gaga. There are several of those that I do really do like, but a lot of times the crowd can ruin it for me. People like to sing along, which is great. You're enjoying it. You're having fun. But I didn't just pay, $150 to hear Susie over here sing along to my favorite songs. So Broadway play, typically that doesn't happen. Even with the musical Broadway plays, people aren't singing loud and proud in the audience. It's not that type of atmosphere. I prefer any kind of entertainment where I am sitting back and I am enjoying the performance, not participating in, not hearing the audience next to me. I get very opinionated about it sometimes, because I like going to drag shows and I don't want to hear or see everybody dancing and running around me. I want to be entertained by the people that are entertainers. So yeah, so Broadway play for that. Number 5, play or musical. So that one, I would probably say more musical. It gives me more for some reason. Can be a little bit tricky because I do typically need to hear the soundtrack before going, because the first time I'm hearing a song, it's hard for me to process what is going on. But I hold on to it more and I hold on to it longer, and I have the tunes in my head. And then plus then I can have the soundtrack later and I can listen to it. Like still when I listen to the Wicked soundtrack, I can picture how they were on the stage and what they were doing, what was going on, and I can relive it. I have a horrible, horrible memory. So being able to do that is super, super helpful. Versus the play, they're still great. I still love them, but there's not as much to take away for future, if that makes sense. Number 6, fair or theme park. You know, I think fair. There seems to be a lot more to do. Theme parks, correct me if I'm wrong, when I think of theme park, I think of like Six Flags, because that's what we have here, and it's just a bunch of roller coasters. There's the games section, and of course there's some restaurants or whatever, but mostly it's about the roller coasters. And those are fun. I mean, they will be when I can actually fit on a ride again. I might be able to now, but not willing to take that chance quite yet. But fairs, when I hear fair, I'm not thinking county fair. Although those could be cool, maybe. I don't know. I live in a city. But I picture like a Renaissance fair or a festival or something with a theme, and there's going to be vendors selling really unique and cool items. There's going to be people dressed up. There's going to be unique food, not typical theme park food. There's just so much more that I feel like I can, again, take away from it. Like when I go to the Renaissance fair, I love seeing the different musical acts. There's this guy that does all kinds of juggling and weird stuff that is very entertaining. There's flamethrowers. There's all kinds of entertaining things besides just getting on a ride. So if that makes sense, yeah, I will say fair. I should touch on county fair, but I've never really been to one, so I really can't comment on that. All right, so number 7, radio, regular radio or satellite. I don't listen to either. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts, but also like as far as music goes, it's Spotify or YouTube or something where I can listen to the songs that I know I want to listen to instead of listening to commercials or hearing the same songs over and over and over. Even when I had satellite radio because it was free with the card that I bought, there was still plenty of times that, you know, you put it on the 80s station, you hear the same songs. It's an entire decade, but they're playing the favorites, which is cool because, I mean, obviously they're a favorite for a reason, but I like hearing different stuff. So when I put on like my Spotify, I can put on something, I can actually put on a playlist and then it'll continue on and I'll hear something. I'm like, what is this? I love this. Sometimes I discover stuff that is like 10 years old and I'm like, I love this. So yeah, neither. And sadly, as much as I think those two things are great, I do think they are one of the fields or businesses that are going away. There's not much need in today's world with today's technology for the radio. Like even when you do listen, there's not as many giveaways and stuff because they don't have the money that they used to have. There isn't that, oh my gosh, I need to listen to the radio because it's the only time I'm going to be able to hear this song. Just like concerts, like still love them, people do, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it's the only time I'm going to be able to get to hear them. It's like I can hear them anytime I want. I have technology. It's 2020. Number 8, library or museum. Now that's a tricky one. Probably museum, but I would probably, honestly, if it wasn't for me listening to mainly audiobooks and not reading as much, I would probably go to library more. Okay, let me reset that one. So I would say museum. Libraries, I do like. There's an atmosphere there that I just enjoy. The staff are always super nice and friendly. And there's a calming spirit, which with anxiety, that is something I love. I love going to Barnes & Noble too for that same feeling. But with that being said, I do listen to more audiobooks nowadays than I do reading actual books. And yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense. Number 9, book or magazine. I have never, ever, ever, ever been a magazine person. Okay, take off one of those nevers because as a teenager there was Mad magazine that I like to read. But other than that, I've never been. We have them at the salon. I might browse through for a second, maybe if there's some recipe. I don't care about celebrity gossip. I don't care about seeing pictures of decorations that I can't afford, things like that. So I will never be a magazine person. Books, though, I can be immersed into an imaginary world or a real world, but knowing me, I read fiction and sci-fi and fantasy, not nonfiction. But it lasts so much longer with me. Plus, typically anything in a magazine you can see online anytime you want. So again, it's one of those fields that's not as relevant to me and a lot of the younger generation, but who knows? Maybe there is a reason for it, but I feel like even with the magazines, a lot of them are putting more stock onto their online viewing rather than the actual paper magazines. They're great for waiting rooms, but that's about it for me. As far as my opinion. No offense if you happen to work for a magazine. Number 10. Oh, we're already on the last one. Puzzles or board games. You know, I don't do puzzles that often. I did one and it was entertaining, but then I don't know what to do with them. I always put them together and imagine that I'm going to, lacquer them and frame them or this or that. And I never do. I literally just threw one away the other day. Yeah, I can just do a puzzle on my phone if I want to, and then it's not this thing that can easily fall apart sitting around. So board games, though, I love. Especially, I do like tabletop games versus just your traditional board games like Sorry or Monopoly. Actually, I hate Monopoly. But so those, and depending on who you play with, it's something brand new every single time. And it's a social thing. I do enjoy that a lot more than a puzzle. Puzzle is very much a one-person thing. I mean, obviously more than one person can put a puzzle together. But, yeah, for my life, it would be more board games. And that's all the questions we got. So I'm going to end it here. Wow, this took 12 minutes. Maybe I need to edit this down. Anyway, thank you, Tracy, for always, every single Tuesday, coming through and doing these questions, giving us something to do, especially because sometimes I don't know what I want to do for my second video during the week. So Tag Tuesday it is. All right, so again, I am tagging Sandy from over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy, and I'm tagging Smack Vision because they are both amazing people. Check out their channels. They'll be linked down below, as well as the questions. Feel free to answer some of the questions yourselves. Give me some of your opinions. I like getting to know you guys as much as you guys seem to like to getting to know us. So thank you. Comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And sorry, I'm digging my hair right now. I should wear a hat all the time. Anyway, bye.